Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi with the latest in entertainment news, in sports, in fashion, in film and television from around the world. Let's begin the show. And let's start with the Golden Globes. Despite taking place virtually this year, the Golden Globes were entertaining with winners accepting their awards at home. Let's check out some of the highlights of what took place that night.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler hosted the 3-hour ceremony honoring outstanding film and television stars. Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Judas and the Black Messiah. In a virtual backstage after the win, he praised Ryan Coogler for helping to get the film made.
You have to give your hat tip your hat to Ryan Coogler. When he made $1 billion, he pitched this. You know, like it's certain. So many things have to happen in order for this film to get made. Like Forrest Whitaker tried to make it, Antoine Fuqua tried to make it. It's a lot of people who've tried to make this film. So the fact that we're able to make it is the biggest win. And the fact that mainstream audiences arriving to it and arriving to this story is everything.
Nomadland and Bharat's subsequent movie film took the top film honors. Chadwick Boseman was a posthumous winner for Best Actor in a Drama Film for his final performance in Netflix's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Boseman's wife, Taylor Simone Ledward, tearfully accepted the award on his behalf. Streaming services dominated the ceremony, with Netflix The Crown winning Best TV Series Drama, and The Queen's Gambit star Anya Taylor-Joy receiving a Best Actress award. Andra Day won Best Lead Actress in a Drama category for The United States versus Billie Holiday, and says she's carrying Billie Holiday's strengths with her as she continues her music career.
Yes, there were bad habits, but the thing that I take from Billie more than anything is the strength of a Black woman. There is, to me, it's one of the things I'm so grateful for this win, but to know that the last person who won this award was Whoopi Goldberg in The Color Purple is so not representative of how many Black women's stories have been told sensationally and need to be told, and the amazing, talented actresses who do this.
Even from her home, Best Actress in a Motion Picture nominee Viola Davis stood out in a striking African print dress. Her stylist collaborated with a Cameroon-born designer, Claude Kameni, to bring the piece to life.
Wardrobe designer Ruth E. won an Oscar for her work on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and now she has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, becoming only the second costume designer and the first African-American artist to receive that honor.
In a virtual ceremony, Carter expressed her gratitude for the honor and dedicated her star to aspiring filmmakers and designers.
I drove to Hollywood 36 years ago in an 85 Volkswagen Rabbit, no AC, no airbags, no GPS. Nothing was handed to me. Every moment, every sacrifice, every effort was hard work, inspired by my passion. It's my hope that anyone who sacrifices, who beats these streets of Hollywood carrying their dreams in heavy garment bags full of costumes, desiring to be the best like I did, that when you gaze upon my star, feel my energy, feel the power of your own unique story to realize your dreams so you too can reach your star. Wakanda forever.
Carter designed the costumes for Eddie Murphy's Coming to America, which has started streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Carter was also the costume designer for Murphy's 2019 film, Dolomite Is My Name.
And let's go to the DRC with the story of Lei Uwera, a photojournalist in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Her take on life in Eastern Congo, a region often covered by conflict and poverty, is rich with photos of street scenes, passion, workers, refugees, mothers, nans, and more. In this episode of our Picture Africa series produced by our colleague Betty Ayub, Lei shares where she gets her inspiration.
My name is Lei Uwera. I'm a photojournalist based in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I have been doing photography for almost 8 years. When I do photography, what inspires me the most is the people I often meet, the new faces. And so meeting new people is something that fascinates me.
Avec des nouvelles personnes, et c'est quelque chose qui me fascine beaucoup. Le COVID-19.
COVID-19 affected my work a lot. During the month of May and June, for example, I worked on a series about Ramadan, how Muslims dealt with this situation, praying at home instead of going to the mosque. It's something that impacted them because for some people, it was the first time experiencing something like this.
À la mosquée, c'est quelque chose qui les a impactés parce que pour certaines personnes, c'était la première fois d'expérimenter quelque chose de comme ça. Et voilà. C'est une communauté de mamans.
This is a community of mothers who often help vulnerable children. They organize a ceremony for these children from poor families who do not have food or are orphans. For them, it was a moment of sharing.
De partage.
For the humanitarian series, I took these pictures in Eastern Congo with a humanitarian organization to cover the crisis that was happening. I took the pictures in a context where there was a conflict between two communities, the Hema and the Lendu. It is a permanent conflict in that region. But at that time, the conflict had affected many people and several families were displaced. They had to leave their houses in the towns and villages.
Des fois, tu vas dans un endroit, tu vas dans un...
Sometimes you are in a place, you go to an IDP camp, you often see innocent looks from innocent children playing around. These children, oblivious to the horrible situation that was brought on them.
Qui leur ont été imposés. J'aime bien the daily life.
I like the daily life because it shows a contrast from what we are used to seeing. For example, when we talk about the Congo or Eastern Congo, there are always images of war, poverty, misery. But this is the daily life. It is something that we see regularly. We see a mom, we see a dad, we see a normal street scene, which has absolutely nothing to do with the situation. And it's a different image people usually have of the country and this region.
Par exemple, du pays ou de cette région-là.
And in more photography news, after years of creating pint-sized replicas of red carpet looks, photographer Tricia Messeroux has now produced a coffee table book telling the story of civil rights activists through child replicas.
The book is part of her Toddlerwood brand, featuring over 30 icons, including Angela Davis, Ava DuVernay, Nelson Mandela, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She told the Reuters news agency it is part of celebrating Black history.
In the book, you'll see the images of the actual activists full page, side by side, with my image of, the child who we transformed to look like them. But we also have literature. We have bios on each of these activists. So that was really important to me to not only make it a coffee table book with great, beautiful pictures and entertaining, but informative.
12-year-old Mikhail Bay took on the persona of former NFL player Colin Kaepernick and hopes his appearance helps with the push for equality.
Yeah, it was such a fun experience, going over there, putting on the wig and the makeup, and I know that I'm gonna change the world maybe someday, or at least spread a message that Black Lives Matter.
9-year-old Nia Thompson was aware of the significance of celebrating her hero, Harriet Tubman.
It felt really good. I mean, I get to actually play a hero that basically helped people be free, and I actually don't know where I'd be without her. If she didn't do this, I don't know where I'd be.
Now, the line between politics and entertainment is increasingly blurred in America, where a former reality TV star recently served as a president and entertainment has become more political. The content people choose to watch and listen to reflects a politically divided country, and as VOA's Elizabeth Lee reports, the division often cuts across families.
Nate Paget lives more than 2,000 kilometers away from his younger brother Hayden. Their political views are just as far apart.
We rarely see eye to eye on policy.
The brothers grew up in a Republican home, but when Nate came home from college during one holiday,
we got into an argument about politics. And that was when we all realized, oh, he is not like us.
The brothers' opinions on entertainment mirror their political views. Nate, a Democrat, enjoys shows and music with themes he agrees with.
I don't necessarily seek out artists because of their political leaning, but I will say that I find myself gravitating towards like songs that have a political or social message that I agree with.
For programs on TV, Hayden Paget does not like shows with an agenda.
Where I start to censor myself and what I watch is when I feel like I'm being preached to about politics.
But Hollywood is putting more social commentary in its shows, which becomes political, says University of Southern California professor Christina Bellantoni.
You're seeing a real effort to include diversity of storyline that has permeated shows that more people on the left watch. There are writers' rooms in LA who are attempting to do this and really influence that.
Sporting events have also seen infusions of politics.
Colin Kaepernick has become this lightning rod, whereas sports used to be a pretty unifying thing.
In 2016, American football player Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem to protest police brutality against minorities. Many professional players followed his lead.
I thought, great, that's really good.
My problem with Colin Kaepernick was not that he was kneeling, it was that he started kneeling and stopped playing well.
Political passions grew. Some protested Kaepernick's act of protest.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out?
Donald Trump amplifies everything. He has from the very beginning. He's someone that understands mass media. He could motivate people to boycott or support something if they agreed with him politically.
And I frankly don't want either our sports players or our entertainers to really tell me their political opinions.
Bellantoni says a new president does not mean entertainment will be less divisive, especially when there are more ways of consuming content than ever before.
You can, vote your voice with your click of your remote control. The financial incentive for division is good for everyone. It's good for political consultants. It's good for social media companies.
She says many Americans who say they're tired of politics reinforce divisions with the choices they make.
Particularly when it comes to their own social circles and starting to associate more with people that have the same political views they do, and then that really narrows the focus of what they consume.
The Paget brothers are able to step outside their social bubble and discuss politics with each other.
I would hope that we leave those conversations more thoughtful.
It helps us both see the other side better and then therefore have better opinions, be more informed, understand other people more.
Brotherly understanding at a time when understanding the other side is not easy. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Los Angeles.
And we end the show this week with some music from Grammy-winning artist Angelique Kidjo as she paid homage to the late Nina Simone on what would have been her 88th birthday. She posted a video on Instagram singing Simone's Feeling Good track with the caption, remembering the life and legacy of the High Priestess of Soul at Nina Simone. Hashtag feeling good, hashtag High Priestess of Soul, hashtag Nina Simone. Let's take a listen.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
And with that, we come to the end of our show today. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voanews.com. We're also on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. I'll catch you next time right here on Red Carpet. Goodbye, everyone.